Okay guys, yeah, we're running down a rabbit hole today. Kind of didn't want to do it, but then the more I got looking into it, I figured I better, just in case. We're working on our Grand Am today, and I've seen a lot of these where they have the split back seats in the back. This car does not have the split back seats, so I'm gonna try to get the seat back out of this car because we've got to get the tint off the back window. And I think it would be easier if I got the seat back out so that I could pull the package tray out and get to the rest of the tint. So for today, we're going to try to get the seat back out. We've already got the seat bottom out. That's real easy. Those clips right down there, you just grab around the clip and pull straight up, and you can pop the seat bottom off. Those are real easy to do, but I've never had this seat out before, and I've always wondered how it came out because all the videos on YouTube show that you should have two levers and you pull the levers and the seat flips down and all that garbage. Yeah, well, this car does not have that option, so let me show you what I found. All right, I found two bolts. Let me see if I can get to you here so you can see what they look like. There's one there, and I'm assuming there's one similar on the other side. They are, yeah, I figured as much. They're 13 millimeter. So we're gonna pop those bolts out and see what we gotta do to get the seat to come out. So I'm gonna be in that bottom corner over there. You'll see it in just a second. We're gonna take these bolts out. We're gonna see if we can pick the seat back up and take it off. Not sure if we can, but we're going to give it the good old college try here. So we get our socket on here, like this. Make sure we're locked on. There's that one. This seat's probably never been out, so we might find some stuff. I've already found a bunch of kid stuff. There's your bolt. It's Loctite, so if you want to put Loctite back on it, that's fine. I'm not going to. It's a seat back, for crying out loud. Why do you need Loctite on a seat back? Besides, it's my mother, and I don't think she's carrying passengers around with her. So, you know, the other bolt's down here behind the seat belt. And I dropped it. And I picked it back up, so we're good. All right, so we got the two bolts out of the corners. Let's see if it's just as simple as picking up and back like we did on the old cars. On the old cars, you'd pick up, you would lift up on the corners and it'd come right off. Of course, we got seat belts we got to deal with here, so, you know. Let's see if it's that easy. It seems to be that easy. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We got our seat back off. That's how you get the seat back off, I guess. So let's take our seat back out. We'll take a look at what we got. And then we'll do a little bit of cleaning up in here because I'm pretty sure there's some broken pieces. And we'll put it all back together. So. That's pretty interesting there. All right. Well, look at that. We got our seat back out. So let's take a look. All right, so we've got this little strap thing here. This was a child protector that is over here on the side here. I'll show you in just a second. There's one on each side. So we can take those off because, again, my mother does not have kids young enough to require those restraints, so we can take those restraints off. And the state of New York doesn't care about your restraints. They just want to know that your car is safe to be on the road. So we can delete those. So I'll show you what we got here. See these things right here? These things are Looks like they're held in by a clip. I should have something that can pop that clip. Good old-fashioned GM car key works great for these. Just kind of just pop it in there and just kind of pry that out just a little bit there so you can get your fingers on it. And you can pull that push pin. Look at that. There you go. This one's broke. I found the other part of it hanging out in the seat. So we can go ahead and take care of that one. This, you want to leave alone. This right here is a cavity cover. If you have cavity wax done, this might be an access point you could take advantage of. So, let's go. Okay, so here's the bottom of it. Normally, these cars would have a hinge right here. You see this right here? This is your hinge, all right? So on the fold back seats, you have a pivot that goes in here, and there's another one on that side, and then in the middle, there should be a spot, unless it's on these frames right here, for another pivot. So to change this to a split back, you obviously would need the split backs, and then you would go out and you would get the frames. These are the frames for the seat. You would get these frames, they have the pivots on them, and then you could put split back seats in your car. But Mom has a truck, so we're not going to turn this into a truck. We're going to leave it a car. So we're going to take that safety connection off the side over here. And then, of course, if you want to get the speakers out, you pop these Christmas trees right here. There's one there, and over there, and you pull those Christmas trees out. You got to pull the D pillars off. Or I'm sorry, those are C pillars, because we have A, B, and C pillar. Yeah, those are C pillars. And then there's some clips and stuff underneath that you have to take to get speakers out. And we may have to take the seat out again one day, because right now we don't have a radio, but I'm going to get one for the car. And then when we get our radio installed, if the speakers don't work, we're going to have to come back in and replace the speakers. So we may be doing this again later on, but only time will tell. So yeah, let's get that child clip off of there. And then we'll go through the process of putting the seat back in so that you can see how it goes back in. And I think that'll wrap it up for this one. Yeah, by the way, I'm doing this video not for content. I'm doing this video as informational to the people out there that buy cars like this one, expecting to have the split back seat, thinking they can use it as a truck or a, you know, a multi-purpose vehicle, as we used to call them, MPVs. And they find out they don't have the split back seat. This is your alternative. So we're going to put the seat back in. Let me show you how it goes back in. Of course, you got these little T-clips, they're T-notches right here. I don't know if you can see them or not. You got 4 T-notches. Those are the T-notches right there. So you're going to slide the back of your seat into the T-notch and then pull down on the seat. And then the bolts I pulled out, they came out of right there. There's the other one over there. It's hidden by the seat belt. It's right there. So we're going to go ahead and set you back up over here. We're going to put the seat back in. We're going to put our I need to do our thing here real quick. All right, so we got you in prime viewing position. Let's see. Another reason you might want to pull your seat out is so you can get all the garbage out of it. We got to vacuum this car out anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so on the back of your seat, you have these little tabs right here. These go into the T-notch. So you take your seat, and if you did it right, the bottom of your seat will rest inside these channels there. So you take your seat, Make sure you pull your seat belts back around your seat, like this. Take your seat, do that with it. You gotta do that on both sides. Yeah. This way you can. All right, and then those things I told you about, they go inside those T-notches. So we're going to try to put those back in. All right, so we got to locate our first T-notch, which is right over here in the corner. And this is more of a feel type thing, I think. I've never done this before, so you're learning along with me. I suppose if you had a spotter, you could have somebody in the trunk guiding you into your T-notch, or you can take your hand, find the spot with your hand, and then just kind of aim for it, which is what I'm trying to do. All right. There's that one. I think that one's in. Yeah, come over here and do this side now. I think this side's, yeah, this side's in. As long as this bottom loop, when we're all done, lines up with this bolt hole, you'll be in good shape. It's when it don't line up, you got a problem. All right. Got just about got on that side. You gotta line it up on this side now. That side looks like it's in okay. We gotta get this side lined up. This side's not in. Sometimes you can look through the back window. Use that as a guide to, there we go. I think it's in. Nope, we missed our T-notch. We missed it. So you gotta pick back up. We gotta pick our seat back up because we're not inside our T-notch. Oh yeah, we gotta pick it up. A whole bunch. Apparently the center ones want to go in, but the end ones are the ones that are giving us problems. Alright, so that one feels like it went in. Yeah, that one's in the notch. We got to get the other side down in. Because it's not in all the way. You got to pick this side up just a little bit. You'll feel it fall in. When you do, make sure your loop down here is lined up. This one is lined up, so we can go ahead and put our bolt in. So pull your seatbelt back. Get your bolt. Get it back in the hole. Start it by hand. Okay. Go as far as you can. When you can't go any further, then put the other bolt in. When this bolt's in, you can tighten them up. If there's still a little bit of blue on your bolt, that means you still will have enough grip on your Loctite to keep the seat in place. But if yours, all the blue's gone, don't worry about it. Take your gun, tighten that back up. There you go. You don't have to go crazy on it, just tighten it up. And then I'll show you how the bottom of the seat goes in. And then that'll do it for this video, because this is all I wanted to show you guys today was how this seat works. Yeah. This is for those of us that have the non-split back seat. Make sure your seat belts are in good spot. Pull your middle belt up and hang it off the back of the seat. All right. This is kind of like that Cadillac video that I do from time to time. All right, we'll take our seat bottom. Now our seat bottom, I'll show you on the seat bottom here. We've got a couple little latches on here. Right here, down there. These go into those spots right there. So, take your seat. You want to slide it down in like this. And then while you got your seat down, pick up on your seat belt buckles. Pop them up in the holes like this. Okay. All right, and then you want to fit them into the hole in the seat. Make sure they slide inside them slots, otherwise this thing won't lock down all the way. And you want to push it back. Make sure your seat belts are not trapped like that one would have been. Pull that back. Make sure your seat buckles come down the crease in the seat. Don't put your foot down yet on this till you're done. See, these are in properly. This one is not. So that means we got to push this seat back some more, because this should slide inside this seat right here. Like that. And then find your latch and push down on your seat. If it's not right, it won't latch because it's got to go back all the way. So this side's latched. You see? Nope, it's not latched. Okay. It didn't latch. Okay. Push back on the seat. Get it down in the hole there. That one's in. I gotta come around to the other side. All right. So let me put you on the other side so I can work this side. Okay. I'll show you what we're doing over here. All right, make sure your seat belt's up all the way. Make sure that's in position. Then you want to feel under here for that hole. And when you got it in the spot, you can push down on it and it'll lock it in place. We're not in spot yet. Yeah, actually we are. Come on. Let me see what we got going on under here. Oh, the clip popped out. I suppose that's going to happen from time to time. All right, let's pull our clip out. We got to reset the clip. So, let me reset the clip, and then we'll get the seat pushed down. We'll get this thing wrapped up. Okay, so I've got you in position, and we're going to try to fix this clip together, just in case you do what I did and knock the clip off the mount. All right, so this clip, it's got a plastic retainer that holds it to the top of this mount. It's got a spot in the bottom of it you can stuff a screwdriver in. I guess we're gonna try to lift it up, and the goal is to get it back up onto that perch right there. So let's see, we gotta push this back. We'll stuff our screwdriver in here and we'll pry up on this to try to get this to come out of this bracket right here. I guess the lesson here is not to slide your seat. Make sure you're 100% on this before you put your seat down. All right, and then we gotta twist the clip, pick it up, and then we can turn it. We gotta pick it up out of, so you gotta rotate it around till it comes out, and then we can set this back down and it locks right back in like that. That's how you reset your clip. At least that's how we're doing it. We got to reach back under here and get our seat belt in the slot. Our seat belt didn't go in the slot, so that's part of the reason why our seat's not lining up. We got to get our seat in the slot. All right, and then after you get that done, you take your hook here and you take your hand and you got to push this seat back until you feel the two pieces come together. And we're locked. Nope, we're not. You gotta be careful because we don't want to push that clip back in again. There we go. I think we'll get it this time. We got it this time. Let's see. Nope, we didn't get it this time. All right. We're not latching. Okay, we're not latching. It's supposed to fall down inside that right there. It's supposed to latch. I guess we're... see if we can get this side to latch. Guess that's all you get. So that's how you put your seat in. Now it's supposed to snap in, but I guess this isn't going to snap in because once you've pulled it up, I don't know. All I know is we got our seat down, and it'll do for now. Like I said, we might have to pull it out later on for like change speakers out or something, but that's how you fix your clips if you pop your clip loose. Now, I hope you can use this. Like I said, I got a mess to clean up in here. That's how you pull your seat back out. If you have the solid seat, we're going to call it solid seat instead of the split back. You can look through the holes down in here. You can see what we're doing. You can see I've started pulling the tint off the back window. It's actually coming off rather nicely, and it's not even a concern with the back window grid. That was my main worry, was the back window grid was going to cause me problems. The only issue I'm going to have is getting it down here. That's why I was pulling the back seat out, because I'm going to have to pull the speakers out to get the razor blade down in here to get this tint out of the bottom. Because after we get the tint out, we got to wash the window, get all the sticky off of it, and then we'll be fine. We'll be good to go again. So anyway, hope this video helps you, and we'll see you on the next one.